Hi. Hey. Good there, wewe. What's up, folks? Welcome back. It's the Extra Digest Podcast. They call me Nyash the Jabronis here. I'm with my man, the Vibes Alliance.
Wagwan. Hi.
Hey.
For context, for people who are wondering why we're saying hi like
doing?
10, 15 times, we finally got to see, I think, our favorite musician, performer, producer, MC, man like Scott Mafum.
All wrapped in one.
Oh my goodness. Bro. And Bariki Limeke and the what? Mulikuwa wapi?
Yeah.
Look, that time was hard.
I'm gonna be honest. I realize I'm not like that deep into our piano, but I had a heck of a time, man.
As I was telling you earlier, you're on the good side of the line.
Yeah.
There guys wanajua ngoma mbili tatu max.
Bro.
Sema man, I'm a piano head. Hakuna.
Tizi now tumepiga on that day. On that day. Ulikwambia uliclock how many steps?
Between 11 p.m. Saturday and 3 a.m. Sunday, 25,000 steps.
25,000.
Yeah.
A lot of count steps. Trying to do that.
Watch ndio imetu nini? Watu wa steps hiyo sasa, hiyo they know. And you see the thing is you don't even feel it. It's like a polite cardio. We are singing, we are dancing, we are performing. At time was hard.
It was dope.
Time was hard. And especially right now when football inaenda kuisha.
Yeah.
It's nice to have like such a huge event
coming in.
So,
you're also telling me like there's another big person coming in.
There's a huge
in a month's time.
Very soon.
In 10 days there is two brothers who are coming in. Casper and Nasty, but they're not like piano heads per se, but
piano exists because this guy is like set the way.
Way before. What is it they say? They walk so that Nani can run?
More or less something like that.
Yeah.
But you see, Nasty is more or less hip hop.
Yeah.
Casper now is the one who's a blend of all of it.
Sort of, yeah.
Hip hop, our piano, Kwaito, all of it. So we're about to have a time. And of course we have our very own Kina Savara, Kina Nani.
And that as well.
Yeah, that's 10 days away. That's the Champions League final. Yeah, so weka hujachukua ticket tafadhali. At this time you're sleeping. Not possible.
Utaki kudia hapa tena on that Monday following after that. Lazima too high or something else. And unashangaa wanasema nini? What are these people going on about? Yeah. Extra Digest Podcast, penultimate episode I would say maybe, but maybe not really.
We'll see.
Yeah, time will tell on that one.
Yeah.
Like you can see he has a kofia on that has some, what is that on?
For the people that watched last episode, remember when he was talking about his handshake becoming a bit more expensive and me getting a gift that I've never gotten in my life? I had to bring it to the show. Muniamini.
Yes.
This is the signature of one Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Bona fide winner.
Oh my goodness. And I wish we got him in his prime days.
Yeah.
But he came and he did a solid job for us.
Facts.
And the club loves him. The fans love him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I have this on.
Dope.
Today, this is my good luck charm for tomorrow.
I hope you don't use that to get your...
This is a winner. This is a winner. This is a club that's used to winning. So, kesho tutaona.
I will be honest with you. I don't want you to win because now I'm understanding that I think it could be rumors and reports that have been doing a lot of rounds about Gyökeres. But you guys are making
I've been telling you this whole season that the headline, the tagline will be one word: reunited. Simple. And it will be a photo of Amorim and Victor Gyökeres.
Reunited at Man United.
You don't have to say reunited at Man United.
No, I know, but still. They'll be reunited at Man United. Yo, I don't want that. I don't care.
No, that's the thing. Si mimi ndo nakwambia.
Si mimi ndo nakushow nini?
Let me tell you. Front, back page, everywhere. Reunited.
I will
Amorim,
be so
Gyökeres,
gutted, bro.
Kwanza, hiyo ni ya kusign the contract and then hold up the shirt. And the talks are starting right now.
I will be so gutted.
And this is over and above us almost agreeing with Cunha.
Yeah.
And now Cherki, the best dribbler in League One, we're about to get him for 18 million.
Yeah, the Gyökeres I would take with a pinch of salt. Because how many times have you seen Arsenal being reported due to another conversation and all that shit?
As you are us.
As
you are us.
Yeah.
As you are linked. We were linked with you last season.
They were after my services last season.
No, but like, I know, but this one, like, there's been a lot of talk, like, for a very long time.
Yeah, so I think this one just have to wait and see. Yeah. But it's going to be one to watch out for. Absolutely.
I think he goes to either United or Arsenal. I don't see him going elsewhere.
Where else would he go anyway?
So Liverpool would have made sense, but I'm hearing talks of Šeško.
Could be.
And you see how Liverpool would want, they're looking to build a young team. Because Slot wants to dominate for years. Exactly. Young people.
Could make
Salah, unajua, ye time yake inaenda kuisha, but he's still like huku juu. But he has like what? A year, 2?
I mean, there like so many guys to watch out for. Because like Šeško leaving, also Xavi Simons is leaving.
I don't know if he's a Vats. I don't know if those two are Premier League type players.
Really?
Like they're very technical. They're silky smooth type players.
Uko, you don't think they would drive here?
Uko, they'd be cluttered day in, day out. Uko is
your manner. And that's why I'm feeling some type about Gyökeres, because I saw what he did after he scored the second goal for Sporting, and then he just took
seen the size of that. That's what you need in a striker. You see, as we have a striker who's almost of that stature, but what are you using your strength for? Like unapewa ball, you're Bluetoothly attached to some guy. Connected. I really want.
Gyökeres is just one agenda always on his mind.
Shoot. Like, you know where the goal is?
Shoot all the time.
Have you seen his penalties? The only other player in recent times who I've seen take penalties like that is Kane.
Kane.
You know I'm going there. I will still go there. You're going to go there.
Yeah. But I'm going to go there as well.
If you get a hand on it, I'm so sorry. You're going to get a sprain.
Yeah.
You'd rather just dive and not look foolish, but it
Who else gives you that vibes? Like someone you had seen, not
taking
so far.
penalties like that.
Yeah. There are two guys for me who quickly comes to mind.
Marking like that.
Yeah.
Lampard, easily.
Exactly.
Easily Lampard. Ronaldo had a stint like that until he started becoming very, there was very many penalties he was taking. So it was easier to read him kidogo, but so he has to change his game. Lampard, Gerrard.
Oh, Gerrard.
To some
the other one was an out-and-out striker. That one I had in mind.
Mawe.
Sijui. Van Persie
alikuwa nazi nini?
But
you see, me I'm thinking of laces. Alikuwa very much inside of the foot. But yes, there's a lot of power.
For me, I'm looking at the power.
You need laces.
If
you hit the ball, you strike through it cleanly.
Yeah.
If you go the right way, bet. So all the best.
Yeah, good luck.
Utaishika hivi, utaipunch na inarudi kwangu. Or utaipunch ingie. Like,
exactly.
That's the kind of striker I want at my club. Yo.
Dude. All right, that's all pegged a lot on whether they get Champions League. You guys.
Through the back door.
And it's looking some other guys might be missing out on the Champions League.
Who?
Through the front door. I don't know if they're missing on the front door, but they are. The top 5 race, Nottingham Forest.
Forest have fallen off, man. Oh my goodness.
They've gotten lost in their own Forest.
It makes absolutely no sense.
I know they won over the weekend. They beat West Ham 2-1.
Yeah.
But the other teams won as well. I spoke about Newcastle. Newcastle in a good place. Well, maybe not entirely, but much better place than.
I feel like they have enough, just to get over the line.
Yeah.
Chelsea, of course, won. And now Kukurea has more goals than Højlund. But he's played 3 more games. Do you know?
No
guys
way.
are saying, hey, we are so shameless. Tunasema Kukurea played 3 more games than Højlund. That's our argument.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, they won. I think there are 3 teams tied on 66 points.
Yeah, I think.
Which is Newcastle, a madness. Newcastle,
City.
Chelsea. No. Newcastle,
Chelsea and
Chelsea. What's the other nini?
Has to be City. No, it can't be City. City got 65. Because they're currently outside top 5. Aston Villa. Yeah. 66.
Yeah.
Well,
and then 65. And then
and then 65.
That's a craziness.
Yeah, but you see, City have a game in hand. So if they beat, is it today they're playing?
Oh yeah, they're playing today.
Yeah, if they beat Bournemouth, they go to 68. I think for them they are more than guaranteed of football.
Probably.
Because Chelsea and Nottingham Forest, they are playing on Sunday.
That's going to be a good game.
Jeez.
Where's that Nini at?
Nottingham Forest, City Ground.
Yeah.
City Ground. That's a goddamn final, bro.
That's a good game. I feel like that's a game I want to watch.
That has to be the game to watch.
Because who are Villa playing?
You guys. You always donate points.
Regardless
if whether you win the Champions League or not. I mean, you win the Europa League or not.
Yeah.
You always donate points. So maybe Villa might get all the 3.
I feel like they do.
Yeah.
Easily, I think.
Newcastle, maybe they beat Everton. If Newcastle beats Everton,
let me tell you, it's because Newcastle are home. If it was the other way around, in the last game you're Everton, you're against Newcastle.
Goodson Park. Go there, that would have been something else.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, Newcastle, Aston Villa, and Man City to get the Champions League.
Newcastle, Villa, City. So who misses out? Chelsea,
Forest, and Nottingham.
Forest
and Chelsea. Nottingham, Forest, and Chelsea. They miss out.
But because
there has to be a winner in that match. You look at Newcastle. If they win, they're done. Man City, they win, they're done. Aston Villa, they win, they're done. If Chelsea does not beat Nottingham Forest,
who has a better goal difference between Chelsea and Forest? Chelsea.
I think could be
Chelsea ahead of
Forest.
See.
Like Newcastle had a
Forest are not 7th.
Oh yeah. Forest are 7th with a 13 goal difference. Chelsea has 20. So
Forest simply have to win.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, Forest has to win.
And they are
It's home. A must win for Nottingham Forest.
That's a cup final, bro.
Yeah.
You
see, like for Chelsea as well.
That's going to be so fire.
Chelsea as well, they have to win. If they draw, bro, remember, if they draw and Newcastle, Aston Villa, and Man City wins, Chelsea are.
But Chelsea are away. Now that's the thing.
And they do badly.
At least there's a good game. Like at the end of the season. Because legally decide your Kitambo relegation, Kitambo.
There's nothing that would make me more happy than Nottingham Forest beating Chelsea and then Newcastle and Aston Villa going through.
So Man City and Chelsea
missing out. I want to see Pep Guardiola in the goddamn trenches of the Europa League.
Why not? Champions League.
I want to see that shit, bro. Crazy. I mean, I don't go kutoka, but I want to see. I can't wait for them to do the Poznan again. They learned about the Poznan. That's how it's called, right?
Libya, like Poznan, the actual team.
I want to see them do that.
That'd be so funny. Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
I'm just happy.
That's exactly. I want it to go down like that.
I'm just happy that there's a game that has some jeopardy to it. Because every other game feels like so over watu retire, watu leave, whatever.
I mean, like even if City wins their next 2 games, we have a much better GD, so they have no chance of getting to us.
You guys?
Yeah.
Oh, they could stop you.
It could be 11 points. Okay, like if we don't win against, what do you call it? Southampton. I'm fetching.
I think even I was confident about us beating Southampton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of confidence, I am damn sure all Man City fans, you could say confident
that they beat
Crystal Palace and bag MFA.
You know, there are 2 statements that have been going around that are not leaving my mind. Number 1, it's the year of the underdog. Number 2, it's the year of the bird.
The bird.
So, the underdog, Bologna.
Yes.
They need AC Milan. Kane finally got his trophy.
Hands on a trophy.
Who else? Look at Palace.
Yes.
Finally beating Man City.
Newcastle.
Something else. Newcastle.
Vending droughts as well. 70 years.
Bro. Like
Liverpool, the birds as well.
It's insane, yeah. Liverpool with the bird, Palace with the bird.
Newcastle with the bird.
They have a tiny bird.
Yeah, magpie. Magpie.
Yeah, there are 2 seahorses that they made, but it's like a tiny.
There's only one bird
that's left,
which is actually a cock. If this cock does not rise to the occasion, bro,
it will find it very hard,
bro. You better. I don't care. Especially now that I'm feeling under Siege over Gyökeres.
I think this, if we were to win tomorrow night, I think that almost leans him a bit more towards us. I think
very much.
If you're like 70%, I think that's just like, hey, okay. Amorim has just left and he's gotten a trophy there in probably their worst season ever.
But I mean, there's still a lot. You see, like, could be 2 things. Work in progress of Manchester United, which is much more compared to Arsenal. Or at Arsenal is just like a perfect fit commander. Because, you know.
No, but you see, the thing is, like, it's a perfect fit, but to what end?
What do you mean?
And like just looking at recent history, it's just second place after second place. So Sawa,
because they don't have a striker.
No. Listen. Like it's okay. Consistent Champions League football, that's fine.
For 2 years, not for the last 5.
Okay, that's. But now you're going to your side.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. Like the last 3 years, the last 5 years, this guy will be sitting and thinking, hey, no final, no cup, no nothing.
Because they.
There's an option. Have we had a lethal striker in the last 5 years?
Haven't you?
Who?
I don't know.
No,
Igalo?
tell me. Igalo. You're a madman.
No.
Because we even had like a very old
Who
Ronaldo.
did you have
who
as your
was
strikers
doing
before Højlund and Zach?
That is something.
Who's your strikers?
we had
Ronaldo before him?
Cavani for a very short while. Martial was part-time
And
footballer.
Kina Rashford and stuff.
Fully injured. Rashford is a winger. So, you see, we could use the same argument here, you and your strikers. Because ours are all just misfiring and all that. But I think that winning the Europa League just strengthens our argument, quote unquote.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. I mean, I feel like for Arsenal, everybody knows it's one piece, sort of one piece or two pieces, and you're good to go.
Like 2 or 3 away.
I feel like it's 2.
You need to break a certain ceiling. I don't know if Arteta has figured it, and the only thing he can talk about is, he hasn't had a league striker in a while.
Exactly that. Now, if he gets that and they don't bag a trophy, and I'm talking Champions League or the Premier League,
my guy, at this point, you could take an FA Cup and like a Carabao Cup. Those are very easy and easy to win.
Yeah, I mean,
I think.
But they're not the one that are going to keep him at the job.
But it's not even that. Like I feel like you need a change of mentality, because now it's become, this is a guy who we've seen lift the FA Cup, Sindio.
Yes.
He's gotten 2 community shields?
Yes.
Or something. So
of which Pep by they said they are trophies.
Yeah, fine. Of course, you'd have to say that because now he's defending himself. Kibe mramba.
Exactly.
Hii ni kitu alikuwa anatukana before.
Yeah.
Sisi tukiona kwetu ni kitu kubwa juu ina mean something.
Yeah.
Sasa vile ameenda trophy less
He has to
but in August
won the Guardian Community Shield.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like I think you need a change of, like you could do with an FA Cup. You could do with an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup. Like just a change of mentality. Because the conversation has now become, we're not lifting anything. We need to lift something. Just something. It's like, because the style of play is there, the identity is there. You have a good bunch of players. You have youngsters. It's a good mix. And that missing piece is your striker and probably a trophy. And then it becomes, I think, kidogo easier to build on that because it's not weighing as heavily on the players' minds.
Because, true that. Because I think, like, for next season, the pressure is going to be insane. On Arteta especially.
I think so as well.
It's going to be insane. Because it's going to be those ones of, all those years since you came in, you've only said, like, 2 forwards. All right?
A madness.
Crazy, right? Madness, now, you have, maybe we'll sign 2 forwards as well. Maybe you sign a striker and a winger. Now you have that. Yeah. So, bro, there is no excuse anymore.
But let me ask, like...
And like I said, this is not the one you bag the FA Cup and Carabao Cup and everybody is happy and you're thinking, finally you bagged something for us. No, because fika hiyo level when you're challenging for the league 3 times, the 4th time cannot be like, all right, let's get a cup and you'd be happy.
But I feel like it's so frustrating for you guys because one time you think, we just have to deal with Man City. Man City kidogo higher, Liverpool. But season kidogo labda is a different nini.
Yeah.
But I think also just the importance of the cup or a trophy or a plate or whatever it's going to be, it releases the players from that mental jail, quote unquote. Yeah.
But these guys have done it.
We haven't won in 5. We haven't lifted anything in 5 years. That's a long time.
I think we are past the mental jail stuff because we started it off with beating Manchester City. Nakumbuka Manchester City walikuwa wametuoa.
Yes.
And I recall when you beat them 1-0. Was it last season? Like you're breaking that, and I think you have beaten them in the Community Shield. Now that's a thing. That's a thing. You see, you're losing to them for a long time.
Yes.
So now you beat them, and now your mentality is different.
Yes.
It's now you can go into a game against them, and you feel like
absolutely.
It's more leaning towards us. It's not at 50-50. It's not at 70-30 like Kitambo.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Like when you win a cup, and especially even an FA Cup, your brain, your mentality shifts. It changes. I think it's important.
It's true. I agree with what you say.
Especially for you guys who have stability. You see, for us, it hasn't meant anything because tunashinda and then tumefuta umse. Tunaanza tena. Tunashinda nyingine next. Like there's no stability kwetu yet. But I think for you guys, it could be something. I don't know.
I get what you're saying. I just don't agree with it in terms of Arsenal. I don't think us getting a cup shifts our mentality. I think our mentality is already shifted in terms of we can we mentality yake ije shift. Ama yake ime shift
we ni as fast.
Kuna
zile like we've gotten past beating the teams that used to beat us for a minute.
Yeah.
We've gotten to a point where we don't lose to the big 6.
Yeah.
But now it's about lifting the league. And even though we got past Manchester City, we did not arm ourselves enough adequately this season to get past them eventually. Ziles are like bag a striker. Bag a striker, you are full complete squad. And then if you bag a striker and you don't win the league with that, then you still need something else.
Yeah.
So it's not about the mentality, because if it's about the mentality, I think we have it. The fact that we might end up second after the 27 injuries that we've had, more than any other team. Bro, I think that's different. But for me, be like, get a striker. Now go and challenge for that league. Zile that we are there to win it. Not those ones of, we are challenging for the league, but tunajua kuna mkono moja yenye ni weak. Or there's a certain side that is not adequately furnished. You get me?
Yeah.
And there's not, okay, maybe there's not that many injuries, especially to the key guys who are out for like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
So once we bag a striker, in my opinion, then I think we win it. If we don't win it, then, that guy can fuck off.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
I don't want to say fuck off, but
I think the pressure is going to be immense next
for
season.
him.
Yeah.
For him, it's going to be insane. I hope he bags it. And that's why I want him to get... I want him to get a finished product. I don't know why the fuck he's insisting on Sesko. Well, reports have it that he's insisting on... I don't know how true that is, but that's what reports are saying. And there's what?
Potential.
Nah, bro, you have past potential right now. You have past potential right now. Your potential tafanya akose kazi. Atamwaga unga na potential, bro. Ain't gonna lie.
Sasa atatolewa nyama kwa mdomo.
Hey, wallahi. Imagine like next season, because like you're saying, you think you get past Manchester City and then Liverpool out of the blues, blitz past you.
Crazy.
And then they win the league.
Yeah.
And then you think, so we bag a striker now, and
Now it's us against Liverpool.
Yeah. Sasa ni leta hiyo Liverpool hata hiyo Man City. Bro, upate Oliver Glasner na hiyo mateta yake. Wanapiga record haijaonekana kwa ligi out of the fucking blues. Like the way Leicester did it in 15-16.
Yo. One of my best campaigns ever. Ever.
I don't
Painful for you and Spurs, but
I don't want that shit. Also, like for Liverpool, before you go to the FA Cup, Liverpool are the first team I understand to win the league and then not win any of the subsequent 3 games after that.
They have one left.
Yeah, they have lost.
But honestly,
I think 2.
Did you listen to Slot the other day? He was being asked, are you prepared for the game? He said, have you seen me in the last week? Ule mtu amekuwa Ibiza, Dubai.
Nasikia amekuwa holiday.
Kidogo tulikuwa na Scott Mavuma. Kidogo tu
chupu hivi.
Kidogo hivi angekuwa na sisi Ngogro. Those guys are literally in party mode. The only thing that I think is disappointing is Salah not pushing
together
to get the record, the
GNA.
Yeah,
because he's like 1 goal away.
He's been 1 goal away for a while. One and I think an assist or 2, something. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
And he missed a gilt-edged chance
against
Brighton. Jana.
I didn't watch that game.
Kuna kuanga na 1-on-1 na 1-on-none. Yake ilikuwa 1-on-none.
No shit.
Hapo 45 ndo ule keeper pale ndo post hapa.
Yeah.
Granted he was running still, but that's something Salah scores in his sleep.
Yeah.
Left foot nini aka drag wide.
Angalia hiyo Ibiza alikuwa anapewa nini
Ai.
Is it possible? That's the same thing na ile record ya assists. He's been like 2 away from equaling it for like last 6
months.
games.
It's been it's stretched more than 2 months.
Because the last time aligonga 18 ilikuwa a while back, bro. Yeah. Okay, 6 games is like what? A month and a half ago.
It's annoying because we've seen this with Ozil, and it wasn't Ozil's fault. It was man like Giroud.
Fuck that.
Because
bro.
This guy, how you 19 assists from January to the end of the campaign.
Bro!
And every day, you're the one who's stopping chances created. Ozil.
I have never forgiven Giroud for that. Never. Mandem alipiga drought ya 14 games.
That's criminal.
Without scoring. A striker. Now uko na Ozil as number 10.
That's criminal.
Should be goddamn
unaletewa
shot.
tu nini hapo. Unaletewa bola hapo vile unataka mali unataka. Wait and pass all that. Someone though who we cannot say the same thing about is man like Eberechi Eze.
Na nilikuwa nimewaona Manchester City.
Actually,
told them.
Now we segue into the FA Cup final officially. This game was a neutral's dream.
Yeah.
Literally 99.78% of football fans enjoyed that game.
Absolutely.
The 0.2% of the fans that are Man City fans and
even globally, not just in Kenya.
I'm speaking all time. See at the ones that are alive now. All time. Ever exist.
Since back in the day.
Bro, there were so many good things about that game. But I think the thing for me that stood out the most was Sean Dyche was part of the commentary team.
Yeah.
So 20-25 minutes, whatever time it was during the game.
Yeah.
City were very dominant. They had a high line. They had created many chances. They had more of the ball. Akaulizwa, so if you were Palace's manager, how would you change this game? And it's like, football is easy. Just loft it up to the big man. He'll find a way, play it off him, get it out wide, cross it into the box, create a chance, score.
Yeah.
20 seconds as it was bro. Long ball from Henderson into Mateta. Takes it down. plays it one time in a show kwake. He spreads it one time to Munoz. 45. Ebere Eze, who scored a bang against Villa in the FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah.
That same post does the same thing, but now this time it's a low shot.
Yeah.
And Palace go 1-0 up. And bro, I saw that.
Yeah. And you're like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness gracious. I could not believe it. I was so happy. And the thing that made me happy even more is the fact that Palace is full of Christians. Like they are very bold Christians. Ebere Eze, Lacroix, Joel Ward, Mateta. So there's a photo of the four of them, and really? Everyone is in a different prayer position, which is just really nice to see.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Palace ni team
gives you vibes for, what is it? Goals for Christ?
Basically. Literally.
That's why.
Tulikuwa tunasema hiyo team ya makanga ka Chelsea. The Mandem FC. Kila mtu akona dread and they're black. The thing about Palace is like most, if not all, are very like staunch believers, and I loved it. And it was so good to see. And now you think, woo,
can Man City break them down?
Palace on for the upset, bro. And you think, they score a second one. Ooh, squeaky bop time.
Game over.
City score. Well,
game on.
You know. But we had
then they get a pen. And you're thinking,
they got that penalty. Yes, it was a penalty. It was so frustrating to see how it was conceded. Because it was it was a mistimed tackle, kidogo too. Yeah. And now it's Mamouche.
1-on-1.
Henderson. Who's behind Henderson? Palace fans. Buddha. You should see that replay in slow motion. You should see it.
Yeah.
Do you know Henderson dove 2 steps? Like before Mamouche took his last 2 steps to the ball, alikuwa shadive.
No wonder he was able to. Because I don't think that was a bad pen. I feel like it was well hit.
I feel like when you make up your mind, choose your spot, go all
the way
as hard or like as close to the post as you can, you know. But I think he kept his eye on the ball and not the keeper. You know how your Lacazette, your Lewandowski's,
you give keeper the
they
eyes.
Look at the keeper.
Yeah.
And they do that stuttering step, Neymar.
Yeah.
Keeper shakomit, and then you go the opposite direction. Yeye alikuwa ameangalia ball, alijua haya naenda pale sawa. Siangalii keeper, na siangalii wale wakiaji wote wananitukana. Siangalii. I don't even know why Haaland didn't take that penalty.
It's crazy.
It's insane because he took the ball and he gave it to Mamouche.
Yeah.
How do I say this nicely? I don't think he has what it takes for finals.
Doesn't have the cojones.
I don't think he has the cojones. He doesn't have that cutting edge.
There's that stat that you were telling me earlier.
Bro, 7 finals.
Yeah.
With and for Man City. 0 goals. 0 assists.
What are those settings?
00 settings. 007 settings. Yani za Haaland.
James
Haaland Bond.
God damn it.
But it's crazy. And this is a person that you rely on for your goals, that's your end point of every attack.
Yeah.
In a final, you'll give the ball to someone who joined in January.
It's crazy. I also saw there's a Kachile who does on TikTok. She's a Man City fan from SA.
Yeah.
Can't recall her name. She was also complaining that I don't recall which time it was. Haaland was supposed to take a pen he gave away to Gundogan.
It was a pressure penalty.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a pressure penalty.
I don't know when that was, and then he missed it as well. So you're at the goddamn sake. Why are you giving away penalties?
I think it's a confidence thing, and I don't know.
It's crazy.
I don't know. Like you see, like for me, when I'm playing Spurs tomorrow, and let's say we get a penalty, I don't expect Bruno to take the ball and give it to Mount.
Yeah, that's madness.
Oh my goodness, Casemiro, it's your last game.
Yeah.
Kwendra, you're the penalty taker.
Yeah.
Take the freaking penalty.
Facts.
And Henderson saved it. You should see that in slow motion.
Yeah, the reactions of the fans. I think I saw it on Instagram.
Insane.
Crazy.
Pure emotions, limbs, scenes, and now you think, is the tide turning in Palace's favor? They go into halftime. It's 1-0. Second half comes again. City press. City create chance after chance. Henderson is having a blind of a game. That's one of those games ingekuwa Premier League. Umse amesave pena, amesave sijui chances ngapi, angekupea easily like 12-13 points.
Yeah.
Because that performance was insane.
He is also one lucky bugger.
Quite. You see, sometimes
That.
the thing is, when it's your day, it's your day.
Okay.
When it's your day, it's your day.
Because bro, that's a goddamn. That's a red card, by the way. It's not even a penalty. That's a red
And that was
card.
in the first half, actually.
Yeah.
Then-
I think even
so-
before the penalty. I think it's before the penalty.
It was. And that's why Pep did not go to him. He was angry at him. But now, when
yeah, but they walikuwa bana.
hata yeye alikuwa anasaidia Pep. Officials hamsaidi. Pesa Etihad
Haijafika?
because bro, that was a blatant handball outside the nini. His
don't know
feet
how-
and his body were in the box.
Yeah.
Mkono yuko huko.
Uko nje kasia.
So
I don't know how he survived that.
when I saw that replay, I was like, yeah. Because now you can imagine they gave the
Bro.
what would that have been? An indirect nini?
That's first of all, it's a red card.
It's a definite red card.
Yeah.
Would it be indirect? I don't know.
Would have been a red card, maybe a free kick.
Free kick,
maybe.
something.
Yeah.
Whether it's direct
But
or
going
indirect.
down to 10 men,
But
bro.
10 men against
City in the first half, they will kill you.
Final, bro.
Hata
It's
kuua.
easily been 4-5.
Yo basi itapepetwa kagasia. So you're telling me they park like a 60-seater double decker bus?
My God. Unakumbuka Eldoret Express ama Akamba.
Yeah.
Ai kitu jayona ever. Hata Mourinho would have been proud of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Palace also went on the attack. They scored a second goal. And it was ruled out for offside marginally.
Oh, there was.
Yeah.
I think that
Bro, that's why trolling City was just fun. It's like mulipewa pena. Mukauza. Tulifunga, mukatutolea. Haya sawa, nyifungeni, amuwezi.
Yeah.
Striker wenu hawezi piga pena.
Gasia nyinyi.
And Palace went and saw that game out. And there's a story of a guy who went to the final with his dad, the Palace fans.
Oh yeah.
I think the dad is like 78 or 80
They
something.
even did a tifo. Is it not they did a tifo?
I think so. They
Like
had
he was there for the game, for the final against Manchester United with the two boys. Or maybe you're talking something different. There was a tifo for him when he was holding the two boys.
I saw something like that.
But he died.
No, then this is different.
This is different?
because this one, it was the son and the dad.
Okay.
And the son is taking a video of the dad, and the guy is in tears. He's
Oh.
like he's been a Palace fan his whole life. He never thought he'd ever see his team lift like
Anything.
something. And now you can imagine doing that,
Bro.
at Pep's expense.
Chief.
Pep's expense. Haaland spent, I don't know if it was 5,000 euros to get a tifo ya kuambia De Bruyne akwaheri.
Walai.
For the final. The plan was to also get it and come and show it off like during the parade.
Yeah.
Ulisikia.
Yes.
Ulisikia wapi?
So there was this other tifo
Yeah.
of a father and two sons. It was on, of course, fans were Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
So apparently when they were in the final, when was it when in the final against Crystal Palace?
Us.
Yeah.
2015 or 16. 16.
Yeah.
Jesse Lingard.
Yeah. Was it Van Gaal?
Should be.
Van Gaal, yeah.
Yeah.
So the father and the son the two sons were there in that game. Then the dad died. So you can't date him, COVID or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were now there again now.
Yeah.
To watch him against another side from Manchester. And eventually they won it.
The best thing about it is, as we are shameless, you should have seen Kenya United training in it.
Yeah.
Beating Palace in the FA Cup final. It's not for everyone. Because we beaten them twice. They made it to the FA Cup final 3 times. Twice against us and once against Man City. We beaten them the other 2 times.
Oh yeah, because the other one was early on in 1990s.
Dambo, yeah.
Yeah, very early on.
So-
Apparently Alan Padu was in that one as a player.
A madness. The same guy who was dancing.
Yeah, after he's got the
Against
first one. As a coach now. It's
As
insane.
Palace's coach.
Yeah.
And Palace go on and they beat City. They do not concede.
Yeah.
And now,
And City had like a lot of shots. City had like 26 shots.
now, do you know, I love it when such underdog stories come up and come out. Literally ile picha nini wamepost leo, Palace was higher. This is what our week looks like now. The weekend wasn't too bad. But now we have our Community Shield game scheduled for this day. And then there's a Europa League draw. Do you know how crazy that is?
Milk.
I love it so much for them. I love it so much.
I like how, because last season they ended up 10th. They had quite an ending of a season.
Yeah.
They ended up quite well and strong. And I was like, we need to watch out for these guys come next season. But then they started off, and then they started off quite badly. And then they picked it up and had this beautiful run in the goddamn FA Cup.
No one saw this coming.
Bro, and now I'm thinking, they're in the Europa League.
Yeah.
With Oliver Glasner.
The same guy who after the match told Pep, don't play like this against us, we'll solve it.
Yeah.
Do you know how cold that
And he
cold
actually fucking did it.
Like, yeah, and I told him, don't do that again against us.
The same guy who has won the Europa League when it was strong, not as weak as it is. Yeah.
Well.
He won it with, you know that, Frankfurt, right?
Yeah.
Unakumbuka?
When was that? 2021?
I think. It's kind of 21 or 22, I can't recall.
Because after that, I think there was a Chelsea or Sevilla. It was Frankfurt, Chelsea, Sevilla, someone else.
Yeah. But he has won it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking now he's going to this Europa League and it's weak.
I'd want to know what
He might have a good run there.
I'd want to know what the Nini is, the prize pool for the FA Cup is.
I don't think it's that much money. But it's obviously better than Carabao Cup.
But I feel like, if he gets like a player or two, those guys could put on a good run in the Europa
Just get the player or two, but don't lose Eze and Mateta.
But you see, at this point,
I feel like you
can't afford
like zero work.
You can't afford to lose Eze, Mateta. You can't afford to lose Henderson. You can't
Even
afford
Munoz, I'm sure guys are circling around Munoz. Munoz has been like, has there been a better right back this season, by the way?
This season,
has there been a better right back?
No, because FPL wise, ata kila mtu alikuwa na Munyo.
Yeah,
literally.
Has to be that guy. Has to be like the best right back.
I don't think there was anyone as good.
Okay, most probably he will lose one guy. I don't think being the Crystal Palace that you are.
This is money that these guys have gotten into that they're not used to. So labda
Europa League money.
Utakuwa na ile nini ya Spurs. Unakumbuka ile unakama unapanga watu 20 kataska.
Labda unapigwa bao saba guys.
Maze hiyo hata acha tusiongelee najua. Bado inakuwa. But yeah,
I feel like Crystal Palace they're done with in the Europa League. They have won the FA Cup. That's big and very good.
Yeah.
But there are bigger clubs than you, man. I don't think you get to keep Eze, Mateta, Wharton, Dean, and Munoz. Someone there will be poached.
I feel like the two biggest assets there are Eze and Munoz.
Yeah,
I think. I don't think Mateta even fits in a big nini.
Yeah.
I don't think Spurs would go for it. Okay, Spurs.
Yeah.
Atawacha nsiongele Spurs.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe he doesn't go to a big team. Maybe Mateta stays there.
Yeah, I think he stays.
Yeah, but Eze and Munoz, bro.
And especially because now they know they have a
and
shot to win.
Because Wharton nilikuwa nimeona sijui Liverpool walikuwa call linked naye, but yeah, go on.
I don't even see why he fits in at Liverpool.
He's a proper midfielder.
He's good, but at Liverpool, sasa unless
he
okay, yeah. But now you see also like Palace are thinking, so we're in Europe, number one. Number two, we have a 50-50 shot to lift something else at the start of next season. So
yeah, the community shield as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
Palace fans are living the goddamn dream.
Bro, so I say
they're living the goddamn dream.
I can't believe this is the life of a Palace fan.
Palace
ametoka Wembley amekill Villa na Man City.
Yeah. Chief. That's insane, bro.
Do na trophy. Ameingia Europa League, ako Community Shield. You have a coach that is speaking like Prime Mourinho.
Yeah.
Like,
confident as fuck. Bordering on cocky.
You have players that are performing week in, week out. You have survived a horrible injury to Mateta, and he comes back and he is probably the reason you got the goal that sealed the need for you.
Yeah.
They are in dreamland, man.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. The year of the underdog.
Yeah, it has to be that year, man. I'm telling you. The year of the underdogs and bards. Sijui mbwa na nyuni zinaingia na everybody.
Sisi hatuna hizo.
I've also seen like some few people. Call them jabronis.
I feel free to call them whatever you want.
Saying that in phase 1, Oliver Glasner has matched what Ateta has done in 6 phases. Atitaki yo ujinga karibu na sisi, please. No, but let's guys.
The thing is, let's call it as bid.
No, what?
Is it not true?
What?
Trophy wise?
Bro,
is it
Ateta has 3 trophies.
He has 2 cups. He has 1 cup and 2 plates.
3 trophies.
He has, how many cups does he have? 1.
Yes.
How many cups does Glasner have? 1.
Yes. How many plates? How many plates does Nani have?
How many phases? It's funny. It's crazy.
It's insane. But I swear down, I think even when Crystal Palace signed Oliver Glasner, I was like, sheesh, bro. This guy is good. Because I had seen what he had done at Frankfurt, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, maybe he's going to cook. And then he goes the way he did last season, ending up 10th.
Yeah.
And then now he's won the goddamn cup. Going to the Europa. Hey, Crystal Palace. Ni ulikuwa kuambia ngoja uone next season.
Palace
wakati Arsenal imenunua Gyökeres na tumenunua Nico Williams.
Muna manage
ngoja
na FC25.
Yeah?
Muna manage FC25.
Haijazeka?
Ai.
Eh.
Reunited.
No.
Just mark my words.
No, imagine this.
Clip this.
No.
Reunited.
Nah.
Amorim Gyökeres.
I've
just said reunited. That word.
Unaota tukiongea nawe. Nenda ukojoe.
Ngoja. Ndagojelea kitani.
Imagine.
Yeah.
We buy a striker, all right? Maybe even Gyökeres or whoever. And buy a winger. And then
like a left winger.
Yeah, left winger. Maybe Nico. I don't know, Rodrigo or whoever.
Oh, that Rodrigo Nini, there's smoke there, by the way.
Yeah, there could be.
There's smoke there.
There could be. And then when you are thinking like you have all the artilleries or whatever to win, Crystal Palace does a Leicester. That's like, bro, Arteta anafuta kazi.
That would be so fun.
I swear to God.
That would be so fun. You mume mark time. Haya ndio Man City. Haya ndio Liverpool amekuja.
Alafu sasa.
But you see also Newcastle is still there in that conversation. There's still like a Villa.
Jeez.
Like, bro.
And you know last season when Leicester was doing 15-16, Arsenal was second.
It wasn't Spurs?
It was us. Ilikuwa sisi.
Spurs were third?
Yeah, what third, I think.
I know they pushed them to the...
Yeah, they did.
Ilikuwa
ile mathematically impossible for even Spurs to surpass them. Arsenal shawezwa. Spurs walikuwa wanakaa nikaa kidogo. If they beat Chelsea, they go above, I think, Arsenal. And then Leicester cannot win it on that night. Yeah. Damn. That would be crazy. But I mean, it's all happening. Those things happen once in a century.
We will be here.
Yes.
We will be here.
So well done to Crystal Palace, man. They have done an absolutely fantastic job.
Yeah.
They're in the Europa League now. Speaking of Europa League, tomorrow night, Spurs.
I don't even know.
But then before you even go to that,
I don't even know.
Vardy was playing his last game for Leicester, banged 200 goals for them.
Bro, let me tell you, it would have been so frustrating to see him leave Leicester at 199 goals.
Yeah,
but the crazy thing about that day, that game, and that whole occasion, he scored his 200th goal on his last game for Leicester, which was his 500th game.
Sheesh.
And
same number of games by the Schweinsteiger clocked for Bayern. 500. Yeah.
And it was on the same day that he signed for Leicester, I think 13 years ago.
Nilisikia Vardy, I think at 26 or something, alikuwa
sijui League 1, League 2. That guy became good in his late 20s.
That's a proper late bloomer. That's a proper
We thank
late
Red
bloomer.
Bull. We thank God and Red Bull.
Giroud as well. Giroud is another late bloomer.
And he said, like, I remember him saying when he was like at his peak, like there's no way he's leaving Leicester, because when no one wanted him, Leicester fought
took a
for
chance
him.
with him.
Yeah.
Because I recall after he won the league, Arsenal wanted him.
Oh yeah.
16-17 season. I think we were interested. So that's good for him. It's fantastic.
Man, that's a cult hero.
Absolute legend.
That's a cult hero. He said...
No, I think cult hero is below a legend. There's cult heroes and then there's legends. I think he's there.
Whatever it is, he's Leicester's greatest player.
Of all time.
Simple as he's the Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Fox in the box.
I mean, imagine again, some other fans who are living the dream has to be like Leicester fans, bro.
Man. Because they've won a lot.
Yeah.
They've had their FA Cup, you've gone through relegations, you've done...
You've gone to the, I think, quarterfinals of the Champions League.
Yeah. Na hiyo campaign ilikuwa ya 1-0, 1-0 mingi. Na ile nini haya. But they've been through it.
Absolutely.
They had
proper roller coaster.
As well,
yeah. Watching your greatest player of all time, you watched it in this lifetime. It's fantastic for them.
Bro, I don't know if you saw the celebration.
For Vardy.
He scored, went to the knee, and he just took the corner flag and raised it.
Yeah.
All players came, jumped on him. He just kept like holding it.
Yeah.
I think that Nini is very, I don't know.
Maybe they should use that as the
Kavaya FC26. no, like for real, like
yeah,
the way there are very many special like editions, and you can
maybe
customize covers and all that.
But I mean,
in Leicester, I'm sure that's a photo.
If they customize for Leicester Kwanga, which town? Leicester. It's not even a town, it's a city. If they will do customize the FIFA for to a Leicester, they can do that one. But for team relegated. But it does not water down how big a performance that is for a player of that caliber.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine to be clocking 200 goals for such a team.
200 goals is not
Buddha.
It's no mean feat, man.
Yo, that's insane. Not gonna lie.
And in the same minute, just before we go to the Europa League thing, like just you're players leaving and like long-term servants. Muslera. Pale Galatasaray, they were 2-0 ahead in the 88th minute. They get a penalty. Muslera is a keeper. He's been there for, I don't know if it's 11 or 13 years.
Yeah, he's been there for a minute.
Quite a while.
Yeah.
And he took the penalty and it's squeezed under the keeper. He apologized to the keeper first, but the guy was so emotional.
Yeah.
And players are jumping on him
Yeah.
in what could be his last game. I think
For
was his
Galatasaray.
last game for Galatasaray.
Yeah.
Huku kwingine, young Vertonghen is retiring from football.
Yeah.
You know the way players are subbed out for their last like appearance, unapewa standing ovation and all that.
Facts.
For this one, there's something different. I've never seen this in football. His daughter is one who held up the substitution board.
I've never seen that before.
And he left like to so much applause and went and hugged and kissed his daughter. It was so nice to see.
Yeah.
Lacazette hit his
as well.
200th and I think first goal for Lyon. And he's leaving Lyon as well. As he was being subbed out, guard of honor.
Yeah, by the players.
You know, at least this time.
It's lovely to see.
And it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice, man. I think these are the things that remind you why you love
Absolutely.
the game, the beautiful game.
Kayo Muslera maze niliona because I was watching, I'm like, wait. Goalkeeper anafanya nini akipiga ndio?
I know.
And then he scored.
Yeah.
And then like everybody anaingia ni kama when your game ikiisha like you have qualified for the final or something.
Exactly.
Yo, game haijaisha.
It's huge moments.
Yeah, huge.
Unfortunately, De Bruyne did not have the same nini, but Haaland like spent 5,000 was it pounds or euros to get a T4 for him at the FA Cup final. Ilifunguliwa ikafungwa mbio ikarudishwa ndani.
It's not for the lack of trying.
I think itatolewa tena leo.
Yeah, maybe. Probably. No kugeja man.
Yeah.
Simba.
But yeah, man, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Football is changing. Guys
Also,
we've seen for a while and now exiting the stage. That's why we're hearing Ballon d'Or shouts from someone with 8 league goals. What are we doing?
That's insane. But the same wavelength. Everton.
Ooh.
They played the last game at Goodison Park.
That stadium has been there
God knows how long.
since 1878. If I'm not wrong.
It's been a minute.
18,
I actually think
68 or 88 something.
could be. Because Liverpool alikuanga huko. Hiyo ilikuwa ground ya Liverpool. And then you alikosana aje Liverpool left, they went to whatever Anfield.
Yeah.
And then of course the Merseyside Blue you hold. They were playing the last home game there.
Yo.
And then is it in the eye? Is it called
Ilima.
in the eye?
So
Fucking brace.
Anaitwa-
That's a cult. What a wise Sauli.
anaitwa Skillyman.
It's called Skillyman.
No, he's called Illiman, but now anamuitanga Skillyman ndiye because that guy
That
guy is smooth. He's a baller. He's
good.
He's Tarabed-esque. That
good.
type of player.
Yeah, he scored some very good goals.
Really
Hata zenye
good.
alifunga hiyo night or that afternoon.
Really good.
Fantastic goals.
And even the commentators are just saying anyone who scores tonight is etched in Everton's folklore.
Yeah.
And the history of the needed.
And then he goes and bags a brace.
Yo.
The only 2 goals scored on that evening
Yo.
or that afternoon was from the same guys.
But it was such
Proper
such
cult,
a heavy night emotionally for Everton.
Yeah.
Because even every player that was being subbed off, your Dokures, your Ninis,
Yeah.
the applause was crazy. You'd think every player was leaving Everton, but Nile, this place has been special for a very long
And
time.
then, And then to be ending their stay there with a manager who has seen them like almost at their highest levels in recent history.
Bro.
And then he came back actually
Bro.
this season to get them to where they are right now
Because
from
at the
the
beginning,
doldrums of
walikuwa huko
they're like,
chini.
hey,
Yeah.
but proper relegation candidates.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
insane. So that was nice to see.
Football, bloody hell.
Absolutely.
Football.
Speaking of bloody hell,
Tomorrow.
bloody hell.
Si Bilbao tuambia welcome to hell.
I-
Tunarudi hapo. We will be there.
The hell, I mean, I don't understand how the Devils thrived in a cathedral.
well.
But this time around, like we said, it's the head of the birds.
Well.
So,
Ushaika umekula nini sai? Kuku, si ndio?
Yeah.
Hiyo kuku si ilikuwa high before.
yeah.
Ukaipitisha kwa moto
Kadedi.
ukaidishi. Asisi yake.
But I'm telling you, this is not going to be the
We are
case.
going to cook that bad.
This cock is going to rise to the occasion.
No, it will find it very hard. Ni kugumu.
No.
We will be,
Cocks thrive in hard situations.
but we will be impenetrable.
It's the head of the birds, bro.
Because you see,
Kwanza,
like
this is
for us in the Europa League, goals have been coming thick and fast. So for this league, because
for them as well, you know.
but they also consider a lot more than we have. Yeah, but we've also considered quite, but they've considered out.
Yeah. It's two teams that, do you feel like it'll be a high scoring game? Because it's a final might be cagey.
I think Spurs don't know how to do cagey games.
And I feel that's why you capitalize, bro.
No, like you see for...
you guys do know how to do cagey matches.
In Europe.
Yeah.
In Europe.
Okay, maybe even the league.
Not as much. Not as much.
You don't lose per se, but yeah.
But I don't know how we score
like
so many goals. Ayo tulikuwa 10 men.
Yeah.
Tulikuwa 10
okay.
men.
Against Liverpool?
Like, but mentality-wise, I feel like it's ours to lose. And this is why. So there's a lot more riding on it for us just because size of clubs. Secondly, we're the ones who are used to lifting trophies. They've never done it before.
Yeah.
But now, there's all these quotes and ninis. Haya, Casemiro has never lost a European final that he's played in. Or Nana has never won a European final he's played in. Haya. And normally wins things in his second season.
Absolutely.
Sisi pande ingine you could have started gani.
Like, unbeaten in Europe.
It's so crazy, bro. There's so much riding on this game.
Yeah.
I think the thing that makes me kidogo confident, number one, we've already gone and triumphed in that stadium 3-4 weeks ago, something. So
yeah,
tukonaka familiarity.
Yes.
And the Bilbao fans don't hate us. They already wished us good luck. So
they did.
Yeah, they did, which is nice, even on their account.
Like,
yeah, good luck in the final, United, whatever. Like, cute. Yeah. Then we've gotten players back at just the right time when an injury felt like it was death. Ahmad somehow came back like just at the right time. Yoro got injured during the West Ham game. He's back fit. He's trained. Zaxi is back. He's trained. Maino, of course. And so I feel like we are kidogo better off than there in terms of availability of players because they're missing Maddison and Kulusevski. Maddison has probably been their best player this season. And so
missing two such players, bro.
It's like us missing Bruno and like Ahmad.
That's mad. That's crazy. I mean,
I just hope that we do not become complacent.
This cock is not gonna rise. I think so.
I don't think so. I feel like they have a very flaccid performance.
Very, absolutely, especially at the middle.
Yeah, I think we just need to keep the ball just around.
Yeah, I think at the back they could be solid, but
in the middle of the park, I think that's where the nini is.
The strength is lost.
Yeah.
At the head, at Ukombele in the front.
Unajua ile nini ya kina Michael Richard the breast.
Yeah. The breast is the same shit. But I have never for the longest time wanted a cock to rise that I want tomorrow. I swear. They go kill me. But the owners of the cock, Jabroni is personified.
But you see, the thing is, at least we have our protection back. In Lenny Yoro, you have Maguire, fit and firing.
Yeah.
So
that's good protection.
It's gonna be a proper sword fight, for lack of better words. And so.
But yeah, man,
I cannot wait for this game, bro. I think it's all or nothing.
Has to be.
Unajua.
Nataka ikuwe final zile ma 2-2, 3-2. You get me those kind of like back and forth goals galore.
Bro.
I want that.
Like to date, at this point right now sijui naochio game wapi. I don't know if I want to watch it at home. When najua hata steam ikipotea.
Yeah.
At least router najua for the next 6 hours itawak. Na itakuwa na TV na sijui nini na stream bado.
Yeah.
Sitaki ati niende nje mahali kwanze kunyesha signal ipotee.
Yeah.
And then now labda Spurs are like 1-0 ahead na tuko dakika 70. Niko hapo na kaza tu nini na sijui nini, but I don't
or when they out mahali ukifikia wanaweka sound
tusikize R&B. Mimi nimeuliza
by the time unatoka uende kwingine they better not turn around.
I think this is one of, if not the greatest game post Fergie season
for you guys.
Like era.
It's so key.
It's massive, and because it's going to be a turning point.
Yeah.
Because you win, you get into the Champions League, you have a significant amount of money, and you've basically saved your season,
chief, in the biggest way possible.
You lose to Spurs.
What are you gonna do when next week we come back here?
What are you talking about next
week? You finish
tomorrow night.
You're not shooting. Okay.
When
you come back here next week, You finish
to watch to stream.
Yeah, all that. 16th in the league.
Or 17th, you never know.
I don't think you do what's the smarts. You finish 16th in the league with no European competition next season. What are you going to do?
I think the damage will be more on the club financially. That's where most of the damage
Who'll
is.
be the biggest? Yeah.
Who's the biggest loser?
In case, let's say, you not winning versus Spurs not winning.
Spurs. Like,
You'll be the biggest loser.
Spurs, who cares about Spurs?
Proper Spurs,
Like, the Spurs care about Spurs? I don't know. For us, it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Literally, all or nothing. And then nothing is going to be horrific.
Yeah.
And you see, literally late last week, there was talks of Amorim was being talked out of resigning in January. And this is the worst time to hear stories like that because this is the end of the season.
Wait, what?
A few days, yeah, apparently. Sijui he had to be talked out of it.
Oh.
Yeah, he thought about it in January.
After you did reinforce it.
After there was no backing. So he was very frustrated because number one, he was needed to the job early. And then when he was pre-season, he hasn't but he brought his players. So, and then everyone, the guys who are downing tools, by that time it was horrible. And it was after the Brighton defeat, actually. So, man, it's all or nothing. I am very, very, very tense.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm confident because I think we have a good bunch of players and we have important ones. But we don't have De Ligt, which sucks. But I think we have more than enough to get this over the line. But, bro, there's that thought in the back of my mind. Spurs have beaten us 3 times this season.
Yeah, in the league, yeah.
But, yeah,
in the league and the cup.
It's different. It's in the league and in the cup. Both times in the league, we're not able to score. That was home and away.
Yeah.
Now we're in a neutral ground. What's going to happen?
Chief.
For Spurs, it's uncharted territory.
Very much.
Like, higher. We're in a final again. Yes, we're in the Champions League final. The other, one of the worst finals I've ever watched in my life. I don't think tomorrow will be the same. I think tomorrow is going to be absolute chaos. I think so.
I can't wait, man.
I think there'll be hella goals, a lot of missed opportunities because that's what we're used to. But I think we just have a bit too much for Spurs.
For Spurs?
Yeah.
I hope we lose.
I know you'd want both of us to lose.
Yeah, very much.
I know that.
Like, it's not possible. Can you have like an exemption to where 2 teams lose in the final?
El Clasico.
Let the 2 jabronis just lose. God. Now you're cup because the Kuka contested.
A movable, object with a stoppable force.
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah, yo.
That's the title, by the way. A movable object versus a stoppable force in the goddamn Europa League final. And that's the bottom line.
I just hope we get it over the line. I literally do.
You better, man.
Because that way we can breathe.
You need that.
We can breathe and just throw this season into the nini. Throw that cup into the cabinet.
Yeah.
Tulifungwa not too long ago. Sawa. Funga tusonge.
The minute you hear the whistle blown and you are not on the winning side, you know Victor is going to be coming to the goddamn Arsenal. Just know it's going to be me doing this.
Love the Victor Boniface.
Who the fuck is that?
See the
Gyökeres, bro. I know Gyökeres is coming.
Boniface ndio hii.
Unajua sasa kitu kaa Carabao Cup mtaanza kucheza first round.
Guy, by the way.
Wow. First round, second. I think team you can the third. Wow. That round is when the other teams catch up.
Oh, that's
but them jabronis who 16.
Let me do that with
the same na FA Cup. FA Cup yenu inaanza December.
Acha nikuwe tu na trophy basi. Acha nikuwe na trophy. Na nikuwe nimesign watu nikuwe nimerotate.
Yeah.
Ndio Chido Obis wacheze hizo first 2-3 rounds here.
Yeah. All right. That's what's up, man. I don't think we have left anything out. We'll be back here.
Yeah.
Wako na shida, wanataka maombi, but they ain't gonna be getting that for me. I mean, can a devil be prayed for? Why would we do that? If you pray for a devil, itaisha.
But sasa hivyo na Freemasons juzi walifungiwa. Wewe unajua sasa TikTok watu wasema, wewe unajua hata shetani ameshindwa na rent.
Kaya ni ngori. Kaya shetani anasema. You know, I saw that thing, I'm like, wait, shetani anapewa airtime.
Shetani ana.
I'm feeling like devil's advocate or
Nikunoma kali.
Why is the devil being given airtime on TV?
Hala, hajalipa rent.
Kumbe hata ni msoto kazi.
Jua. And then to make it worse, leo wameenda kwa deni ya Pastor Nganga. Pastor wana mdai
10 million.
Asema 10 million kwa takataka.
Piga makofi kama hajalipiga yule boy.
This is stupid. I'll let you 10 million to say.
Hey, brother, yo. It's gonna be crazy, man. All right, that's what's up. This has been the Extra Digest podcast. I've been Nyash, the Jabroni Slayer. He has been
The Vibes Alliance.
Absolutely. You can check this out everywhere. Check out the cards at the shorts on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on X. Football Digest K. Adios,
muchachos.